Chrisean Rock's voice cracked through the static of a jailhouse call with a simple yet powerful phrase. This means a lot, but what left fans truly stunned was who she said it to: Tory Lanez, in a twist no one saw coming. Two of the industry's most controversial names were caught in a leaked phone call that was anything but casual. The conversation was raw, emotional, and layered with meaning. And when Chrisean told Tory, "I forgive you," on a monitored prison line, it sent shockwaves across the internet. Some listeners swear they heard her holding back tears, while others are questioning what exactly she was forgiving. With the voices now confirmed and insiders hinting that this call could change how Chrisean's loyalty is perceived. This unexpected moment might be the year's biggest turning point in a story already full of drama. Chrisean Rock's future in the music industry is growing more unpredictable by the day, and if you think this latest drama is the peak, think again. The recently leaked jailhouse phone call between Chrisean and Tory Lanez has stirred up a storm. But insiders claim that was not even the only call she made. Whispers are spreading that someone else was secretly listening in on one of her other conversations, and now the internet is buzzing with questions. But to truly understand why this moment feels so heavy, you have to rewind a little. This is not just a viral call or a headline-grabbing moment. It is the collision of two public figures who have lived under the microscope for all the wrong reasons. Both Chrisean and Tory have faced intense scrutiny, legal troubles, and public backlash. Now, with this unexpected connection, fans are unsure whether to brace for a redemption arc or another emotional disaster. Chrisean has never been a stranger to chaos. Her name has trended for everything from wild altercations to emotional Instagram lives, most of which tie back to her on and off relationship with Blue. That toxic entanglement painted her as both a victim and a participant in endless drama. But lately, things have started shifting. This call with Tory, who is currently serving time for the Megan Thee Stallion shooting, was not just surprising, it was unsettling to many. It sparked outrage, confusion, and even concern. What were they talking about? Why now? And what does this mean for Chrisean's image moving forward? Some see it as a power move, an attempt to reposition herself in the industry by linking with another polarizing figure. Others fear it is just another example of Chrisean getting caught up in emotionally charged, higher-risk situations. Tory, despite his legal troubles, still has a loyal fan base and industry connections. Is this a calculated step from Chrisean, or just another messy chapter in her unpredictable story? It is hard to say. What is clear is that this moment has triggered a wave of reactions. Social media is divided. Blogs are dissecting every second of the audio. And fans are debating whether this is Chrisean's downfall or a new era. With each headline, Chrisean seems to move further from her original goal of making music and closer to being known solely for controversy. Still, there is something magnetic about her raw vulnerability that keeps people watching. This link with Tory Lanez might not make sense to everyone, but in the world of viral fame, it does not have to. What it does is set the stage for a wild, unpredictable ride ahead. Whether this will lift Chrisean to a new level or drag her deeper into chaos is anyone's guess, but one thing is for sure: she is not fading into the background anytime soon. From throwing punches on red carpets to messy public meltdowns, Chrisean Rock has been called everything from toxic to misunderstoods, sometimes both in the same breath. But peel back the chaos, and you will find something deeper. A young woman desperately chasing a sense of stability. She stood by Blueface through everything: the cheating, the public shame, the heartbreak. Even when other women were living under her roof, she still claimed him, calling him her person. But earlier this year, everything changed. After a brutal split filled with ugly accusations, him saying she hit his child, her saying he put hands on her, something inside her cracked. Alone, she gave birth with no Blueface by her side. Just hospital lights, a camera, and a comment section full of hate. When Child Protective Services showed up over health concerns with her newborn, she broke down on livestream crying, trembling, saying she had no help, no man, no mother, and that the world seemed to want her to fail. Critics called her unstable and unfit. But others saw a different story: a woman unraveling in real time, isolated and exhausted. That is when Tory Lanez's name entered the picture. Yes, Tory locked up, but still somehow in the mix of every trending conversation. Their history: minimal, but there. Back in 2021, he reposted one of her wild clips with a laughing emoji. A few friendly DMs were exchanged. Nothing serious. But after Blueface cut her off completely, insiders say Tory reached out, got her number through mutual contacts, and they began talking private. unfiltered conversations between two people navigating very different kinds of confinement. Then the whispers started. A TikToker posted a blurred voicemail, claiming the two were talking for real. Most dismissed it as clout chasing, until a verified audio engineer known for enhancing evidence in court confirmed the voices were legit. "I cleaned the levels myself," he said. "That's Chrisean. That's Tory," she says. This mean a lot twice. Chaos erupted online. Was she confessing her pain? Was she replacing Blueface with Tory emotionally? Some even believed the leak was intentional to stir public interest or lay the groundwork for her to speak on his behalf. Suddenly, two of the most controversial names, both publicly cancelled, both publicly broken, were bonding through raw, vulnerable moments. To some, it looked like redemption. To others, just more toxicity. But Chrisean does not open up ice, and the fact that she told Tory, "You're one of the only people who get it," hit hard. This was no ordinary jail call. This was not just another tabloid-worthy scandal, or a messy viral moment. It was a collision between two battered hearts, both trying to breathe beneath the crushing weight of their own public downfalls. The full transcript of the call has now surfaced, and it paints a picture far deeper than any gossip headline could capture. It begins with the hollow echo of a jailhouse phone line, the static humming like the tension hanging between them. "You, good?" Tory Lanez, real name Daystar Peterson, asks, softly. His voice is low, careful, the kind you use when you are checking in on someone barely holding on. Chrisean Rock, her voice heavy with exhaustion and sadness, pauses. That silence speaks volumes before she finally murmurs, "I don't even know anymore." Right there, in that single moment, it is clear, this is not a performance. It is pain talking. Tory, sitting behind bars, tells her he saw the viral hospital footage clips of Chrisean broken down, confused, surrounded by flashing cameras and ruthless judgment. "It broke me," he admits. It is rare to hear vulnerability so raw, especially from someone often seen as hardened by controversy. Her reply trembles with emotion. "This mean a lot. Nobody pick up no more." You can hear the loneliness creep in with every syllable. Fame, once shiny and exciting, now feels like a prison of its own. And Tory's response, "I ain't running from you." It is a simple statement, but in that moment, it feels like the only lifeline she has. What follows is a deeply intimate exchange that peels away their public personas and shows two flawed, deeply hurt people trying to find comfort in each other. They speak about betrayal, how people they trusted turned their backs, how the internet twists their lives into cruel entertainment. Then comes the topic of motherhood. Chrisean opens up, her voice cracking. "They say I'm not fit to be a mom, like they know me." And Tory's answer hits like a quiet thunderstorm. "Forget what they say, you a warrior." These are not just words of encouragement, they are survival words, meant to help her hang on for one more day. This conversation, though born from scandal, feels like a glimpse into a private world, one where fame has stripped away their peace, but not their humanity. It is not about romanticizing their actions or ignoring their pasts. It is about understanding how people, even the ones we judge most harshly, still need someone to remind them they matter. This call is not just another chapter in a messy saga. It is a snapshot of what happens when two wounded souls meet in the wreckage and still find something worth holding on to. "You've been through hell, and you're still standing," Tory Lanez told Chrisean Rock in a moment so raw it shook listeners to their core. Through broken sobs, she whispered, "I feel like I'm drowning sometimes." Tory replied, "We're both in cages, just different kinds, but I understand you more than most ever could." Once the full transcript of their jail call dropped, social media exploded. TikTok lit up with tearful reaction videos and wild theories. Some said it sounded like the first scene of a tragic love story, while others questioned if it was genuine connection or dangerous manipulation. But when the actual audio leaked allegedly by a prison insider, the conversation hit even harder. Chrisean's voice cracked under the weight of exhaustion. She was not just emotional. She sounded utterly broken. Tory, calm and composed, spoke like a man with nothing left to lose, his voice unexpectedly comforting. And then came the line that stunned everyone. "I forgave Blue for what he did. I forgave the label, and maybe I forgive you, too." Not because of Megan, but because hurt people just keep hurting people. The internet split. Was this compassion or trauma bonding? Critics claimed Chrisean was empathizing with abusers because she had lived through abuse, herself a textbook survival instinct. Even trauma therapists weighed in. Dr. Brianna James tweeted, This call is not about Tory, it's about the fact that everyone else gave up on her. And then Blueface jumped in. Furious, he hopped on IG Live, shirtless and pacing with a bottle in hand, ranting about Chrisean speaking to Tory Lanez. She for everybody, he yelled. She for the penitentiary, now. He even played the leaked audio on his TV, mocking her tears, calling her fake, and threatening. She'll keep playing jailhouse games. She'll end up locked up next. Fans clashed. Some said Blueface was bitter, she found someone who finally listened. Others said forgiving Tory was a dangerous step backward. Then came another bombshell. A screenshot surfaced from a supposed burner phone showing Tory listed under Daystar, clear proof. Fans argued that this was not a one-time call, the emotional peak. Tory saying, "If you ever feel alone again, call this number, I got you. And when we both out, we're gonna tell our real stories." Chrisean sniffling, whispered back, "Okay, I trust you." Was it love, trauma, manipulation, or all three tangled into one chaotic moment? Before fans could catch their breath, Tory's team broke their silence on Instagram, posting a single cryptic sentence: "Find peace in the chaos." Some bonds are built behind bars, followed by a dove emoji. No names, no tags, just that. TikTokers lost it. Some interpreted peace as Chrisean, chaos as Blueface, and bond behind bars as their emotional connection. One even overlaid the quote on piano music with the caption, "Enemies of the world, but safe in each other's ears." And just when it could not get more dramatic, Blueface's mother jumped in. Carissa took to IG Live in her bathrobe, dragging everyone. "My son been stooped over that girl for too long," she snapped. "Now she talking to that little leprechaun." She emotionally locked up herself. Then she dropped a bombshell. "I heard that voicemail she left for her friend. She thinks she pregnant again, and it ain't blues this time." Moments later, a voice memo surfaced online. The voice, unmistakably. Tears streamed down Chrisean's face as her breathing turned shaky. "I do not know what to do. I have not even told him yet. I am not ready to say who the father is. I am not even sure myself," she confessed in a newly surfaced voice memo. Fans quickly pieced things together. She was breaking down on the same jail call where Tory Lanez was calmly talking about finding peace. Could this pregnancy be the real reason behind her emotional spiral? The internet exploded. Hashtags like #TAUSBaby and #PrayForTraine began trending as theories flew. Was she now caught in the most toxic love triangle imaginable? Blueface wasted no time responding. Fuming and pacing in a parking garage, he jumped on another Instagram Live. First, she crying to Tory. Now she might be pregnant again. "Bro, take me off this reality show. I'm done," he barked. Then came the mic. "If that baby ain't mine, she better hope it's God's, 'cause I'm not claiming nothing." Twitter exploded. "This man out here threatening to disown unborn children like it's a joke." One tweet read, "Somebody protect Chrisean from everybody, including herself." Celebs and influencers began weighing in. Summer Walker reposted the headlines with a caption that read, "This is what happens when broken people get no rest. Stop judging. Start praying." Sukihana went live and said, "I don't care what Tory did. Chrisean's just lonely, hurt, and surrounded by fake love. I've been there." Even Charlemagne Tha God jumped in on The Breakfast Club, calling it a crossover nobody ordered. He added, "If you've ever been alone with a newborn, you'd understand why she's clinging to the first person who listens. But this ain't it." Critics flooded the conversation. "How do you cry to the man who shot Meghan? That's not healing, that's trauma recycling," one fan posted. Another added, "This ain't a love story. It's a cautionary tale." Then came the conspiracy crowd. Some believe Tory and Chrisean have been plotting this connection since 2022 as part of a rebranding strategy, what they're calling a Bonnie and Clyde sympathy arc. YouTuber Nia B. Truths stirred the pot even more, teasing a second leaked call where Tory allegedly says, "Don't let them control your narrative. You're bigger than blue, bigger than all this. Let me show you." That one line, "I ain't running from you," has taken on a life of its own, sparking waves of speculation, fan theories, and viral commentary across every corner of the internet. For many fans, it felt like more than just a message of emotional support. It sounded like the beginning of something new. Some believe a musical collaboration is already in the works. pointing to their shared pain as the kind of raw emotion that fuels unforgettable songs. Others wonder if a romance is quietly blooming between two people who have been bruised by fame and betrayed by the people around them. And then there are those who think this could all be part of a carefully strategized media play away to regain public sympathy, shift narratives, or even prep for a joint project drop. Regardless of the motive, the line hit hard. It was not just words, it was a cultural spark. Church, TikTok, always quick to mix faith with pop culture, dove into the moment too. Viral preacher Pastor Louette went live duetting the leaked phone call, dressed in a full pulpit robe, hands lifted in prayer as he pleaded for healing in Chrisean's life. "Lord, she out here searching for peace in the penitentiary," he said, eyes closed, voice trembling with conviction. That clip caught fire instantly. Within hours, it had been reshared across platforms with thousands of comments. Some users were inspired, others were amused, and many just could not get enough of the mix of faith and controversy. One top comment read, "Pastor, better not be laying hands on Tory's mixtape too," a joke that encapsulated the bizarre collision of faith, fame, and fandom in this unfolding drama. But it was not just laughs, there was real concern too. Deeply moved by Chrisean's emotional state and the overwhelming scrutiny she faces, fans took action. A new petition began circulating online, titled "Let Chrisean Heal," calling for Blueface, her ex, and the father of her child to be banned from making any more public statements about her. The petition gained momentum quickly, with thousands of signatures appearing within hours. The message was clear. Fans believe Chrisean deserves a break from the media, from her critics, and especially from people who use her name to stir drama. Many see this moment as a turning point for her, a chance to reclaim her identity outside of toxic headlines and public battles. And still, no one can quite define what this moment really is. Is it heartbreak, playing out in real time for all the world to see? Is it a calculated move, designed to rewrite damaged legacies? Or is it something more personal, a strange, unexpected path toward self-discovery and emotional survival? Whatever the answer, one thing is undeniable: this story is still unfolding. Every word, every leak, every post adds another layer to a narrative that is far more complex than the public usually gets to see. Whether it ends in redemption, rebirth, or more wreckage, the world is watching, and it is not ready to look away just yet. Over 27,000 people have already signed a petition titled "Let Chrisean Heal," demanding Blueface stop publicly commenting on her life, and that's not even the only one. Another petition has surfaced, rallying behind Megan Thee Stallion's legacy and pushing back against any efforts to normalize Tory Lanez. And just when it felt like the chaos couldn't possibly escalate, rumors dropped that Zeus Network is eyeing a two-part special called Behind the Call, Chrisean and Tory Uncut. Leaked studio documents hint at a deeper collaboration, a potential track titled Behind Glass, described as a vulnerable street soul ballad tackling themes like incarceration, betrayal, and healing. The artist listed. FTDP fans quickly put two and two together. Tory Lanez, aka Daystar Peterson. Twitter erupted. Was this a real collaboration or just a calculated move to capitalize on drama? Then came the photos. TMZ captured Chrisean outside a downtown LA courthouse, walking beside Jose Baez, a known member of Tory's legal team. She wasn't there for herself, reports say she was filing paperwork on someone else's behalf. Some think it's about the music, others suspect it's damage control to protect Tory from further fallout. But the moment that sent chills, Chrisean went live for under a minute. Disheveled, with a baby crying in the background, she whispered, "Y'all not gonna like what I say next, but I ain't scared no more," and ended the stream. No context, no follow-up, just a cliffhanger that left the internet in shambles. Minutes later, Tory's fan page posted a cryptic quote: "Two wounded souls don't always destroy each other. Sometimes they build a bond that scares the world." The caption simply read, "Coming soon." No names, no dates, just tension and speculation. What started as a jail phone call has turned into a full-blown cultural firestorm, complete with leaked voicemails, secret meetings, whispers of pregnancy, industry shade, and fan petitions. This isn't gossips, a raw, messy, unfiltered saga of two controversial figures finding connection in the wreckage. So now we're left wondering, is Chrisean truly moving on from Blueface, or just circling the same emotional drain? Is Tory genuinely offering support, or pulling strings from inside? And if Behind Glass drops, will you stream it or skip it out of protest? One thing's certain, this story isn't close to done. And with Chrisean's next confession already rumored to target Blueface's biggest rival, the next twist could be even wilder. Stay tuned. Nothing stays buried in hip-hop, not even behind prison walls.